live. Why isn't this working? Hello, hello. It's working. All right, we are back. All right. So this live is an all zodiac sign reading. I'm Mystic Oracle Mary, so I'm here to help you get the answers you need, and if you want to stay in your situation or not. I'm also going to be doing bonus readings, okay, for female and male zodiac sign leaders at the end. So if you don't know the zodiac sign wheel, it's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, okay? So I'll be doing all of them along with 2 bonus readings. So before we get started, I am going to wait for people to get their notifications so they can come in. So I will have some music playing in the background, okay? And then we'll get started. So thank you for your patience. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the old Zodiac sign reading. We're going to give you answers to the questions you need in order to see yay or nay if you want to move on from that no contact person. So I'm going to be doing all Zodiac signs plus the bonus readings for male and female leaders at the end, okay? Of course, there is going to be timestamps, so you can go right to your reading after this live, but just in case you miss your reading at all. So hi there to Ralph, CICC, Hit, and Row 7049. Good morning. Good morning to those two. They're not able to chat with me on the chat. I hope you all are doing actually well this morning. So without further ado, let's get right to it, Aries. So what's coming up for Aries with their no contact person from December to the end of January 2026? Self-expression, agreement, celebration, major shift, community, and apology. So whatever happens here, Aries, you are still going to draw to a message here along with individuals that need to get the answers they need out of the Aries reading, okay? So it's just up to you if you want to trust yourself to follow it, okay? Clarify all 5 of these cards. Because whatever you choose will be correct to try to solve the issue, okay? All right, so how this person feels about you, Aries, is, well, they need to, okay. It's one of those things that they have a feeling that it's hard for you to express stuff when you're all caught up in the shadows of things. Okay? Meaning like you're up in the background, Aries, which is unusual for an Aries. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And they feel as though you need to express yourself and stand up in your power to do so if you want something different to change here in the situation. What they're not telling you is that they're finding common ground for resolution and peace here and harmony in the situation. So they're going to try to summon their power and their strength to try to help out here in this situation by sending some help your way, even through the spirit realm, okay? The actions they're going to take towards you, they're going to keep hidden, and they're going to be doing some celebration. Because with your victory is all our victories, Aries. I don't see them coming towards you at all, not making contact or anything, but they're feeling very hopeful that things will turn out great for you. All right, so if you do nothing in the situation, Aries, towards your no contact person, there's going to be a major shift where you're going to go through a transformation and you're going to cut out replaying any kind of lessons here in the situation with your no contact person. That's if you do nothing. That's your outcome. Now, if you do something like wanting to reach out, here's your outcome, Aries. Both of you are going to live your truth of what you want to do out in the community. And you will recognize if both of you are on the same page in regards to your soul language and creating a circle of value and support around you in the community. I feel as though you guys would be talking about, you know, what your goals are out in the community. I don't feel like it's love, Aries. I just feel like it's talking about your goals and your ambitions and stuff and what drives you both. Okay? So, Aries, what you can take away from your reading is an apology on its way, or you are being called to offer one. Words carry the power to mend what has been broken, but only if they come from the heart. Okay? And this will solve the problem. Now, if you're like, but I don't want to say sorry to them, I want them to say sorry to me. Really explore if you're holding on resentment, Aries, because if you are, that is the very fog that needs to be lifted from you. Okay? They're not going to know how you feel unless you're holding it all in and expecting them to read your mind, Aries. No one's a mind reader unless you have one of those chips, Aries. And that's going to be full-blown gnarly when it comes to its full potential. But Aries, you know what you need to do in this situation, whether you are needing to be truthful with them, the way they understand from your perspective. And you need to be honest and truthful with yourself if you're holding on resentment, because you know this person is moving on. And you're not liking the fact that they're moving on because they don't know how to read your mind and how you feel. You know, Aries, one of the things I did was fired myself a long time ago from ever reading anybody's mind, because it never works out right. It never does. It makes everybody unhappy. So best believe that's been conditioned in our minds through our society and our world, and we can uncondition that, okay? So that's your reading, Aries. All right, so let's move on to Taurus. All right, so what's coming up for Taurus is with their no contact person for the rest of December, carry on to the end of January 2026. A major shift. Hi there to Izzy. Karmic ties. Celebration. Spiritual path. Apology. And community. Clarify all 6 of these cards. Oh, and by the way, your messages are coming from the spirit world. So listen up, Tauruses. Just in case you were wondering where that's coming from. Your spiritual source is connected to my spiritual source, to be crystal clear. Clarify all 6 of these cards. Through your isolation, Tauruses, you're going to be getting clarity and understanding through these messages, okay? Even if you put all your walls up, yeah, I know you're watching me for that clarity and those insights, okay? See it in the cards. No judgment here, Tauruses. How this person feels about you, they're going through a major shift of how they feel about you because they're spending time and space to try to rest and rejuvenate because they feel exhausted here. But it's going through a transformation, okay? They're trying to get sleep because they're very tired, okay? They're very tired. Yeah, they've been restless and stressed out about this. If you want to know, Taurus is. So what they're not telling you, they're finding closure by cutting out these lessons with you, okay? In order to have a resolution. So they are having closure here with you. They're in hermit mode, trying to rest and rejuvenate, okay? So the actions they're going to take towards you, they're going to protect themselves, okay, Tauruses. And on their own, they're going to be celebrating and trying to be happy for all that they've endured in this situation with you, Tauruses, okay? Be crystal clear. So if you do nothing, Tauruses, in this situation, you'll get recognition for all the hard work you do here in order to put more attention towards your spiritual path. That means you're going to be more into investing in yourself and your balance through your meditation. And that's going to be a huge bump up in all areas of your life, okay? If you do nothing in the situation. Now, if you're like, but Mary, I want to do something in the situation, I want to reach out. Here's your outcome, Tauruses, if you reach out. You're going to have huge luck because there's going to be an apology between you two. Either you are or both of you are. Either way, the apology is coming if you reach out to them. Okay? If you decide to apologize, Tauruses, words carry the power to mend what has been broken, but only if they come from the heart. Okay? And you'll know if this person, Taurus, is coming from the heart because you will feel it. You won't be like, okay, they're not bullshitting me. You get what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of luck if you do. You guys talk, okay? So what can you take away from your reading? Not everyone can understand your calling in life, okay, Tauruses? But your people will. So seek those who speak your soul language and create a circle where you are valued and supported. That way there's no misunderstanding between you and others, okay? It's something I had to have an awakening about and what I do in work. Not everybody's going to understand or even want to work on themselves. And that's okay because I'm all about free will, Tauruses. So if you're willing to put in the work, you come by at any point in life, I'm here to support you investing in yourself. And I'm okay with you choosing the other path too. Even if it's hard, we always find our way. You know what I'm saying, Tauruses? So that's your reading. There you go. To answer Asher Marie Loves, here's your answer. Hi, by the way, and good morning. They asked me, is this religious? I am flexible with all spiritualities, all religion, all belief systems, all cultures, including American culture too. So that should answer your question. If you feel like this is religious and you're like, I'm not all about that, then that was not your reading, okay? Because I cater to all walks of life. And thank you, Asher Marie Loves. Glad you can join me. Cards are all mixed up. Hold on. Some are flipped one way and some are flipped the other. So one moment. We're going to move on to Gemini now. right, so what's coming up for Geminis with their no contact person? In the end of, what is it? From now in December to the end of January 2026. Recognition, celebration, veil of protection, self-expression, empowerment, and helping hand. To answer your question, Asher Marie Loves, they said, can you do Scorpio next? Now I'm doing it down the zodiac sign wheel, but guess what? If you end up missing your reading, you can always come back and there'll be timestamps going right to your reading, okay? If you can't wait, okay? Because it's all right. You got shit to do, and I'm okay with that. That's why I do timestamps at the end so you can go right to it, all right? But I got to be fair on everybody and go down the zodiac sign wheel, okay? But if you're a male and female zodiac sign, I'll be doing those at the end of the zodiac sign wheel, okay? So that way you guys get your messages too, okay? All right, so back to you, Geminis. Whatever's happening here in this situation, you just need to face your fears here. So that way you confront on what you're avoiding so you can clear it out, okay, here in this situation. Clarify all 6 of these cards for Geminis. And you may need to clear out the very thing that's troubling you, and that's how you approach the situation with your communication. You may get angry, may feel like you have a fear of arguments, but it's only a fear, okay? So choose wisely in what it is you want to do to face that fear of an argument with you and this no contact person, okay? So how they feel about you, Geminis, is that they recognize that you're trying to heal here in your mind, body, and spirit, okay? And they feel as though that you're doing well in doing so, trying to take good care of yourself. So what they're not telling you is that they're going to give you a second chance here in this situation if you want to come back, if you want to come around and actually talk with them, okay? Because they would be happy to give you this second chance, okay? That's what they're not telling you. So the actions they're going to take towards you, well, from now until the end of January 2026, they're going to be protecting themselves because they are going to feel this loss between you two. Okay? Now, if you don't want to do nothing in this situation, Geminis, here's your outcome. You're going to get a gift of love for yourself in order for you to come out of your comfort zone, to learn how to express that love within inside you, which will be a new start to you cultivating through your creativity, your ideas, through that expression of love, okay? So you're going to take out that time and space to really work it out and understand how you feel about them and if you want to express your love towards them. Okay, Geminis? Yeah, about that no contact person. So it's to be crystal clear, it's like you're going to be in that waiting period to figure it out, which is not bad because when you're certain, it's because you're balanced in order to take action to keep on moving forward, whether or not you want to be with them, okay? And express if you want to be with them. All right, so Geminis, let's move forward because we're not going to get caught up all in that. If you decide on wanting to reach out to them, Geminis, here's your outcome. You're going to figure out in this communication whether or not you want to cut ties, and it's going to get you to stand up in your power to be decisive about whether or not you want to cut ties with them. Because I feel as though it's empowering you to take the lead, to move forward. Whether or not you choose to say yay or nay, Geminis, let's be crystal clear. It's getting you to stand up in your power to be decisive and be the leader in your own life, whether you want this no contact person or not, okay? So, what you can take away from your reading? Help is arriving, Geminis, whether through a kind word, a generous act, or an unseen forces working in your favor. And that is to have good health. In order to have commitment to wellness is going to pay off if you invest into yourself. So keep on making choices that support your highest well-being, and your health is on the rise, okay? That's what you can take away from this reading. And that's your reading, Geminis. Not bad, is it? Hopefully I didn't cause an argument with you. The scary things are easy to face. You truly are grounded and investing in that, Geminis. So always invest in that for yourself, okay? Because this life is very beautiful. This world is very beautiful. It's just us human beings can cause a muckus if this and our bodies start hurting and we keep on not doing anything to heal it. You know what I'm saying? All right. See you later, Geminis. So what's coming up for Cancers? With their no contact person from now in December to the end of January 2026. Healing path. The Lovers. Celebration. Second chance. Smooth sailing. A distant journey. Cancers, you can overcome anything. And that's what's going to be the outcome to this. You can overcome anything. So clarify all 6 of these cards. And I mean, Cancers, you'll overcome those painful memories so you're not projecting it onto this situation with your no contact person, okay? So let's get started, Cancers. How they feel about you, they feel as though that you are trying to heal yourself, that you're on that path. So that way, whatever the world has placed on you in regards to conditioning and limitations, they feel as though that you're going to move past those, so you can not having blockages of how you see things, having solutions about things. They're very hopeful here about you healing. Okay? What they're not telling you, they would love to work with you. Okay? Because they know that great things are rarely achieved alone. So they're being hopeful, and what they're not telling you is that they would love to work with you. Okay? So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to move forward with their plans, and their plans is to just celebrate right now. And so they will be not reaching out to you, but they're going to be celebrating your victory and a lot of other people's victory and just being happy towards you. Okay? To be crystal clear, this is in their actions. Very positive things towards you, Cancers. So you need to see the truth for what it is. This person doesn't have any ill will towards you, but you've been projecting your painful memories onto them, thinking that, and you're going to try to like really release that. How do I put this? That saboteur energy. Okay. All right, so if you don't want to do nothing about the situation, Cancers, there's a second chance here. And I feel as though you're going to be moving towards that second chance if you do nothing in the situation with them. Now, if you land up reaching out to them, your higher self is going to give you a message here that things are going to be calm. Things are going to progress smoothly between you between you and your no contact person. They're going to be moving smoothly without any major obstacles or destruction or disruptions, okay? Because the universe is going to support this collaboration between you and this no contact person as you flow effortlessly towards your guys' destination. Because you guys have a lot in common. You're just needing to learn how to trust yourself without no strings attached here. Being honest with yourself and honest with them, of what you want here in the situation. And it's going to work out. A message from your higher self, Cancers. So what can you take away from this reading? This is a message from the spirit realm to you, Cancers. The familiar has served you well. That means what you used to be and how you used to do things. But it's time to discover who you are beyond those boundaries, those borders. New worlds and new experiences await if you are willing to let go of those painful memories and to take the first step. And that is to be curious. What's beyond those painful memories? Because you didn't come with this. You're remembering how to release it and start with a fresh new slate now. And change may be fearful, but that's how you used to handle things. How are you today with handling your fear? I bet you're a different kind of person, Cancers. Bet you millions of dollars that you weren't the same person that you were today, 5 minutes ago, 10 hours ago, 15 years ago. Get what I mean? So that should show proof of how much you evolutionized yourself. Okay? And that's your reading, goofballs. Big hugs. Really hope it helps to trust yourself to move through these painful memories, because now it's time. Okay? Now let's move forward, Cancers. I'll see you later. All right, so what's coming up for Leos with their no contact person? From now in December to January, at the end of January 2026, please. Betrayal of trust, anxiety, great vision, financial stress, fertile abundance, golden opportunity. Leos, these messages are coming from the spirit world, so here's your sign, okay? Just in case you're like, but I'm all about the synchronicity, signs, and symbols. This is your reading, okay? Sorry about those other Leos. Ta-ta for now. Clarify all 6 of these cards. All right, Leos that may be dealing with Geminis. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I got that. All up in your reading too, that some of you might be dealing with the Gemini. All right. Leos, you're going to have to trust yourself if this person is stringing you along. Okay? And it's okay to take that time and space to figure it out, because you, in this case, you want to trust yourself so you're not being compulsive about your decisions, all right? So, how the person feels about you, they're trying to heal the distrust that they have with you. Well, what they're not telling you is that they're trying to love on themselves in order to not feel anxiety and worry about this. The actions they're going to take towards you is that they have a plan of trying to execute, trying to work things out with you, okay? From now until the end of January 2026, okay, Leos? If you do nothing in this situation, Leos, here is your outcome. You're going to try to break through barriers of financial distress. Yes, you're going to be overcoming any kind of financial stress this has caused you. All right. That way you can see things clearer and have that clarity that you need. All right. Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, Leos, there'll be a second chance created between you two as you guys talk things out, okay? Yeah, I'm going to say it one more time, Leos, so it's crystal clear. When you both talk, you guys are going to be creating that second chance between each other, because you guys are going to be ironing out the misunderstandings, okay? So what can you take away from your reading, Leos? A golden opportunity is here. An opportunity present itself to you, one that is rare and aligned and perfectly timed. Now, there is a great potential here, Leos. Will you step forward and claim it? Because if you do, things are going to be calm and your journey shall progress smoothly without any major obstacles or disruptions. The universe is supporting you as you flow effortlessly towards your destination, okay, Leos? So, Trust yourself to see whether or not this situation is manipulation, okay? And that's your reading, Leos. See you later, okay? Enjoy your holidays. All right, so what's coming up for Virgos? With their no contact person from now in December to the end of January 2026. Giving birth. Divine intervention. Setback. Unspoken words. Painful memories. Wish fulfillment. All right, so Virgos, now more than ever, you're needing to know to trust yourself to keep on moving forward because your future self wants you to. Here is your sign. If you want to trust it, hold on to it. If you don't, here comes a replayed lesson for you, okay? Clarify all 6 cards. This is for Virgos that are feeling lost and wandering around, still up in this situation, because you're still trying to find your answers of what you need to do in this situation with your no contact person, okay? If you already found your answers to those other Virgos, ta-ta for now. This is not your reading, to be crystal clear. All right, Virgos that feeling lost, you'll find your way, okay? How this person feels about you is that they feel as though they feel all that they need to know. It's like they already know what they need to know about you. And so they're going through a rebirth of how they feel about you in order to keep on moving forward out of this situation with you, Virgos. This person doesn't want nothing to do with you, Virgos, to be crystal clear, okay? What they're not telling you is that they're going through healing of seeing whether or not they want a reconciliation from you. But divine intervention is stepping in to not make this keep on happening, this cycle between you two of not talking, being very wishy-washy, keeping you both stuck, okay? Divine intervention, Virgos, is like wedged up in between you two to not allow the situation to keep on escalating the way it has been, where there's nothing going on between you two. So you guys can both go your own way. You know why I say this, Virgos? It's because the actions they're taking towards you is that there's going to be a block between you because they hold on to resentment about you. And their resentment's all because they're chained to the past and what holds them down. Not about you, but their past. Okay? They don't know how to reconcile with no one, Virgos. They're learning how to heal first having patience, first learning how to love themselves again, and to release a lot of resentment they have about people and things, because they still don't want to be accountable for the crap they do, Virgos. So this is why you guys are not coming together, and why you may feel frustrated of why they are still not wanting to reconcile with you. This person has to undergo a lot just to clear out a lot. Okay? It's part of their soul journey. Okay? And you have to respect that, because you're on your own soul journey. So respect yourself with that. Okay? Because if you don't do nothing about the situation, you're going to be leveling up. Okay? From this situation through unspoken words. Because this level up is going to get you to understand you are not who you once were, Virgos. The universe is calling you to rise. Growth is rarely comfortable, but this is a new level, will demand more of you. And you will meet that demand because you're going to be ready to move on without speaking a damn word to them anymore. And that actually shows a lot more waves and volumes that's going to hit them. Because change is very hard for some people to grasp. And this person is going to take 3 years for that change to actually hit. 3 years, Virgos. So really ask yourself, what can you do from here on out, okay, with your health and your time, that being so precious, what you want to do, and trust yourself with that. Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, things are going to be ripe, the right timing for you to understand that this situation is going to come with a lot of painful memories. So yes, they're going to be projecting a lot in the situation of blaming you for this, blaming you for that. They're not going to own their shit, Virgos, when you go and reach out to talk to them. There's going to be a lot of memories here in the outcome that you're going to walk away from after you get done talking to them, Virgos, where it's going to feel like you're being dragged into the past. Their past that they're projecting on to you. Okay, Virgos? These echoes are not here to torment you, but to teach you. Face them and understand them, and allow them to release their grip. They're their painful memories, not yours. Okay, Virgos? That'll be the outcome when you get done talking with them. Okay? So trust yourself. I feel like you already know. It's just you're here for confirmation. So what can you take away from your reading, Virgos? A wish fulfillment. Let this be a confirmation that your wish fulfillment will be fulfilled. The universe is orchestrating a perfect circumstances for its arrival. And that is what your wish fulfillment is all about. Is for you to step up on the path that may demand more than you're ready to give. But the journey is not impossible. It is to understand how to put healthy boundaries between you and others, especially your no contact person, okay? So that's going to test your limits in order to transform how to set healthy boundaries towards you and them, okay? So choose wisely. Something good will come out of it, where it's going to get you to have progression moving forward, okay? Instead of being all stuck. That's your reading, Virgos. Hopefully it wasn't too intense for you. All right, so what's coming up for Libras with their no contact person from now in December to the end of January 2026? Losing battle, family tree, apology, closure, problem solved, major shift. If you fear change, Libras, this is time to face that fear of change, because change has been going on for a long time. You need to recognize the opportunity of fear of change. Okay? It's in order for you to really see that when you come back around, you're showing that you're not who you used to be by facing your fears. Okay? I'm talking to those Libras that have a fear of change. Clarify all 6 cards for Libras. All right, Libras. How they feel about you is they feel as though nothing's going to change, so why even like try? But they're healing this of how they feel like everything's a losing battle with you, Libras. What they're not telling you is that they're overcoming family stress and financial stress. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to try to improve the situation by coming towards you to apologize, okay? For their all wrongdoings and taking their stress out on you is what I feel. So if you do nothing about the situation, you'll have closure because you'll get insights and also be patient about something that's going to be unfolding just for you. Something that will excel you upward. Okay. Now, if you decide to reach out, Libras, problem will be solved because you'll know between you two that someone here has a fear of any kind of change here. Okay. And that fog of uncertainty will lift if you reach out to them. So what can you take away from your reading, Libras? A major transformation. What once felt stable may be falling away to make room for something more aligned to you, Libras. This is not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. With your patience and purpose, rewards will be coming your way. So focus on what it is that you're growing here in your life and not this situation with your no contact person. And I'm talking to Libras that are trying to gain some kind of influence in their community or online. Yeah, even an influencer of some sort, whether it be TikTok, YouTube, you just know what you do to do that, okay? So that's your reading, okay, Libras? Really hope it helps. And something stuck in my tooth. I don't like picking my teeth while I'm on the live. It looks funny. All right, let's move forward. All right, so what's coming up for Scorpios with their no contact person from now in December to the rest, from now in December all the way to the end of January 2026. An apology, improvement, a major shift, fruits of labor, family tree, financial stress. All right, Scorpio. You got to just trust yourself whether or not you want to work with this no contact person anymore, okay? So trust yourself. This is that reading for Scorpios that needed that kind of oomph to know whether or not this is their reading, okay? So clarify all 6 cards for Scorpios. You'll have closure once you decide whether or not you want to work with this person, okay, Scorpios? Hi there to Leah Annie Media. Glad you can join me, and we're on Scorpios right now. All right, so Scorpios, glad you're here, okay? And glad a lot of you are patient while you get to your sign, okay? How they feel about you is they want an apology here. They're still happy to want to, they still feel happy being around you. They just feel as though, you know, you just need to apologize to them, okay? To be crystal clear. What they're not telling you is they're trying to get through those painful memories by making sure they do the improvements that they need to release those painful memories between you two. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to be patient while they go through a transformation, okay? From now until the end of January 2026, okay? So if you do nothing in this situation, Scorpios, there's going to be a reconciliation between you two. It's because you've been patient and purposely want to cultivate things in your life that will grow and expand while they come back around. I feel like in February is when they're going to come back around towards you, Scorpios, if you do nothing in the situation. I get a possible date of February 25th, okay, of 2026, all right? Now, Scorpios that want to reach out to them, here's your outcome. You guys will both go through a rebirth here. And that rebirth is going to entail of being aware of the painful patterns that this situation called between you two. In order to see whether or not you guys want to break those patterns that cause pain between you two. That's if you reach out to them, Scorpios. Now, what can you take away from your reading, Scorpio, your no contact person? Be consistent in moving forward even if you experience financial stress, Scorpios, it's just a mere reflecting where realignment is needed. A flow of abundance hasn't stopped, Scorpios. It's waiting for you to step into the path where your efforts and your purpose align. And this is a message from your higher and your future self. Well, thank you if you keep on moving forward through financial stress, okay? So, to be crystal clear, if you feel that you need to apologize because you're taking it out on your no contact person because you're having financial constraints or stresses, this is giving you indication that flow of money has never stopped. You just need to give into an investment towards yourself to start trusting yourself in the ideas and creations you want to express to realign your finances, okay? Money's coming in. It's just we got to be patient, okay, Scorpios? Things are coming in. You just got to be patient with ourselves, to be patient for the very things that's going to change everything. If you're not being like that towards yourself, it's time to invest in yourself so you can glide through life a lot easier, okay? Let that be a lifelong gift to yourself, because as you find everything else to be important, including this situation, you need to re-elevate the situation of yourself to being just as important as everything else that you find important. And then you're going to see the very change you've always wanted to see with inside you and then around you. Okay? And that's what's going to be the very evolution that you truly want. Okay? That's your reading, Scorpios. Big hugs. Hi there, Chandru. Good morning. Now let's move on to Sagittarius. What's coming up for Sagittarius is with their no contact person from now in December to the end of January 2026. Long road ahead. Facing shadows. Ooh, I can't even say it because I'm saying it too fast. Miraculous luck. Higher self. Relocation. A distant journey. All right, so Sagittarius there's going to be an opportunity to communicate and listen with the intent of understanding and breaking down, having that breakthrough that you want here between you and this person. You just got to trust yourself if you want to communicate or not, okay, with this no contact person. Clarify all 6 of these cards for Sagittariuses. Because when you communicate, there can be a lot of cycles being broken here, okay? To be crystal clear. How they feel about you, Sagittarius, is they're very emotional here about you and about setting limits with you. What they're not telling you is they're breaking cycles here about what they fear here in the situation between you two. The actions they're going to take towards you. They're going to be focusing on themselves, and in return, when they're focusing on themselves, their beliefs are going to go through a transformation in order to break these cycles and patterns of fear they're not telling you. So if you do nothing in the situation, Sagittarius, here's your outcome. You're going to have a revelation here when you're doing your meditation. What is hidden is going to be brought to light by your higher self. And what is that? Your higher self is going to let you know that you need to live your truth. Speak up what it is, your truth, here in the situation with them. Because your truth is your compass, Sagittarius, and the time has come to follow it without fear. No more hiding, Sagittarius is. No more compromising who you are. Do what feels right, even if it's not what others expect of you, Sagittarius is. And that's why you're going to know how to find your way. Yep. You're going to be that blowhorn for anybody. So if you don't want to do nothing, that's your insight. You need to know from your higher self in order to find your way. Live your truth. Okay, goofballs? So if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, you're going to move past this. Yep. You're not going to invest any more into this with this no contact person. There'll be a separateness. Okay. They're going to try to come back around to you after you initiate conversation in order to change your mind, Sagittarius is. But guess what you're going to do? You're like, no good, going to keep on moving forward. No bueno. Because you're going to be guided to move closer to what feels like home to you by living your truth. So, I even getting you, if you get contact with them and you're in their area, you're going to relocate. You're definitely going to make sure there is that separateness between you two. Because it feels like they don't want to accept what your truth is, even if you want to communicate it. So you're going to make sure to literally relocate. You get what I'm saying? All right. So what can you take away from your reading? That through a power struggle you may have within inside you about this person, the familiar has served you well, Sagittarius, but it is time to discover who you are beyond these boundaries, these borders of this no contact person. New worlds and new experiences await you, Sagittarius. Are you willing to let go and take the first step with curiosity? Okay? And that's your reading, because you'll find your way, whether you want to contact them or not. It's still you cutting contact and going your own way. Okay? For Sagittarius is in their reading. All right. See you later, Sagittarius. Happy holidays. All right. So what's coming up for Capricorns with their no contact person in December, for the rest of December to the end of January 2026? Celebration. fruits of labor, reconciliation, family tree, giving birth, financial stress. So you got to trust yourself, Capricorns, of whether or not you want to work together with this no contact person, okay? Clarify all 6 of these cards for Capricorns. But things can be healed here in your mind, body, and spirit about this, okay, Capricorn? So how they feel about you, they're all mixed up in their feelings because they have anxiety and worry about whether or not they want to be happy with you. What they're not telling you, Capricorns, is that they're trying to be patient, to love themselves, to be seeing if that will grow in order for them to get over that anxiety and worry about you. The actions they're going to take towards you is they have a plan for reconciliation towards you. And I feel that the reconciliation will go really well in February, where you'll start to see more improvements between you two. So if you do nothing in this situation, Capricorns, there'll be you figuring out of whether or not you want to work with them and healing that pain that you feel that was caused between you two. If you try to reach out to them, here's your outcome. There'll be a rebirth through a misunderstanding where you guys will be able to talk with each other. Both of you having clarity to understand that it was a misunderstanding between you two. So not a bad outcome either way if you reach out to them or not. Okay, Capricorns, to be crystal clear. So what can you take away from your reading? That this is a blessing in disguise. If you felt a loss or feel like you failed here in the situation, you're just needing to understand that through your financial challenges, it was just a reflection of what needed to be realigned, okay, in your life. The flow of abundance hasn't stopped. It's waiting for you to step on to your path where your efforts and your purpose aligned, okay? So this is just getting you to understand through any kind of stress, including finances, you can re-elevate yourself and your situation by making sure that you're balanced. So you're not taking it out on yourself and people around you, okay? And that's your reading, okay, Capricorns? All right, so what's coming up for Aquariuses with their no contact person in for the rest of December to the end of January 2026? second chance, golden opportunity, community, consistency, smooth sailing, manipulation. Woo! All right, Aquariuses, this is your time and space if you want to level up here in this situation, because this will help you move forward and trust in yourself, okay? Clarify all 6 of these cards. And this level up will also help you not have financial stress, okay, Aquariuses? How this person feels about you, Aquariuses, is they want to create a second chance here between you two. What they're not telling you is that they're coming into their power of, I get manifesting a new opportunity with you. The actions they're going to take towards you is that they're going to be cutting any kind of connections that no longer serve them in their life, including you if you guys don't mesh well anymore with each other, because they're trying to create a circle of people who value and support each other. Okay, Aquariuses? That's from now until January, the end of January 2026 in their actions towards you. So if you do nothing in the situation, Aquariuses, it's going to get you to identify why you put up all your walls. Do you truly want to isolate, Aquariuses, or are you afraid of what connections might bring? So it's going to get you to identify that, so that way you can be to your utmost fulfillment in order to keep on moving forward on deciding what you want to do about this isolation. So that way you can be thankful that your future self told you to keep on moving forward with that decision. Okay? Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out, Aquariuses, both of you are going to recognize what needs to be done here in this situation in order for you guys to work together, which is going to breathe in more calmness in the situation, things progressing smoothly without any major obstacles or disruptions between you two, because the universe will support it, okay, in order for you both to reach your guys' destination, working with each other, okay? That's if you reach out, that's your outcome, okay, Aquariuses? So what can you take away from your reading? If this is a situation that's manipulation to you, so that way you trust yourself, okay, Aquariuses? In order to identify if this offer is not coming freely, that if it's carrying invisible strings that pull you in directions you didn't choose. So that would be mindful of the hidden motivations and unspoken connections or conditions before you accept it, okay? You got to learn through this reading how to trust yourself. Not for me to tell you, oh, you got to do this, oh, you got to do that, and then you sabotage yourself, okay? Just to despite me or whatever, okay? This is a reading to be crystal clear, Aquarius, is for you to trust yourself. This is why the spiritual path came and clarity to the manipulation. It says to be crystal clear, Aquarius, is your spiritual aspects are calling you out for your deeper nourishment and attention, reminding you that the physical is just one part of your existence. It is time to seek higher wisdom. And that is the spiritual path here in this situation, to see whether or not it's manipulation. So trust yourself. Find that answer. And I'm talking to the ornery Aquariuses, because I'm okay with ornery, you know. I deal with different kind of people, especially ornery people, whether they're Aquarius or not, that want to be all like, well, ornery about it. So there's your reading. Because that's for all Aquariuses, but especially the group of ornery Aquariuses, you just know who you are, goofballs. I can smile and go, I don't know you, but I feel your energy, and I know that you can be, well, stubborn sometimes about even trusting yourself. This is why you come to me. Find out those answers, and then you second guess yourself, so don't do it anymore. Meditate, see if it's manipulation or not, and even look into the definition of what manipulation is, because people love to make their own definition or get conditioned about other definitions of manipulation, instead of looking at the dictionary definition of it. And then you know crystal clear what manipulation really is. If you want to dive even more about manipulation, look at it from a psychologist's point of view. If you want to go even deeper, go deeper if you need to, so you understand what manipulation is. Because some of you, like all other human beings, we all learn what manipulation is. Whether we did it to somebody or someone did it to us, or both. Okay? So it's always good to know, right? Brush up on that stuff. It's something I do between me and my daughter with certain words, because our society has transformed words in a very beautiful way. And then also, not too long ago, a very destructive way. Reinventing words that shouldn't have been reinvented because they already had their definition about it. Get what I mean? It's bullshit. So now we got to clear up the bullshit, from what's been going on in our societies or communities. You get what I mean? So that way there's not any miscommunication anymore when it regards to the English language, because I even got transformed in how to look at English language. It is a very beautiful cultivation of other languages that got transformed in our English language, so that we can try to understand each other in different ways, with the very definition that they originally had. Not slang, because you notice how if we keep on doing these new slang words, that's where the misunderstanding happens, because not everybody's going to know this new slang words, you know what I'm saying? And that's what causes a shitload of misunderstandings through every generation. If we didn't make it so hard on each other, we would be able to understand each other very crystal clear, you know what I'm saying? So let's transform that. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out there so that way everybody knows and we can all be transformed towards it, So what's coming up for Pisces with their no contact person from now in December through the end of January 2023? 26. Karmic ties. Unspoken words. Overcoming. Nice. Family tree. Collaboration. And fruits of labor. There'll be communication here if you want it, Pisces. You just got to initiate it and trust yourself to speak and hear from love. Okay? Clarify all 6 of these cards. And you just know what you need to cut out that doesn't serve you in regards to what blocks you from speaking and hearing in out of place of love, okay? Because how this person feels about you, Pisces, they feel like that you need to re-elevate the situation by not replaying lessons and demand a resolution, okay? What they're not telling you is through their unspoken words is that they carry a lot of burdens here and a lot of obligations and a lot of responsibility. And they have inner battles that they carry too. It weighs on them, Pisces. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to communicate with you, whether it's speaking up or truly listening as an open exchange with bringing a breakthrough that you need, Pisces. They're wanting to overcome what is daunting to them here in the situation. They're going to try to gather their strength and focus their mind in order to move through this by leaving that doubt behind. They're going to learn how to drop that heavy burden that they feel. And they're going to do it on their own, Pisces. So don't press them about it so that that way they learn how to do it. That's their soul journey, to learn how to speak up if they need that support to unload. Okay? And it's when they unload, it's getting you to come from a space of love, not judgment. You get what I mean? So if you do nothing in the situation, you're going to have a revelation that the pain that's been happening here in the situation, the family dynamic that you have with your no contact person, it's going to be healed. Because it's going to show you that with that earth energy of being grounded, stable, and solid, and loving and nurturing here in the situation, whether you're a male Pisces or not, that you're able to still heal things even if you do nothing in the situation, okay? And you'll just know if you need to reach out and hug them, you need to hold their hand, or just sit there and just listen. If they just look at you going, how do you feel about it, or what you're thinking about it, you just say, I just want to be here for you because I care about you. I care about how you're feeling and what you're thinking, even if it feels heavy or not. So if you land up reaching out to them, Pisces, and talking with them, both of you are going to be truthful in your communication with each other, because you guys are not going to be hiding anything. You're not going to be compromising who you both are with each other. You're going to do what feels right, and so are they, even if it's not what others expect of you. Okay? And this is going to get you to work with each other. Okay? Now, what can you take away from your reading? Life is calling you to a new location. And this new location is getting you to put in effort, because it will lead to success, Pisces. It is a time to reap the reward of all that you so patiently and purposely cultivated. So you're going to trust what it is you need to do here and what kind of work you want to put into this. Okay? And that's your reading, Pisces. You'll just know too, if you're at a distance with the person you have no contact with, you'll trust yourself if you need to move closer to them, okay? Because you'll feel it's time, and you'll have that revelation too to heal that pain that you had with them, okay? And that's your reading, Pisces. Really hope it helps. Big hugs. Now let's move on to female zodiac sign leaders and male zodiac sign leaders. Bonus readings. Yippee! All right, so what's coming up for female zodiac sign leaders with their no contact person from now to the end of January 2026. A heavy burden, karmic ties, warning, vicious cycles, miraculous luck, and veil of protection. All right, female zodiac sign leaders, whatever you're doing, keep on moving forward from this situation, because whoever you are in no contact with is learning how to re-elevate the situation between you two, okay? Your future self will thank you, all right? So trust yourself, keep on moving forward. Yippee! Okay? Clarify all 6 of these cards. This should help with you seeing the bigger picture, okay? Female zodiac sign leaders, especially if you've been feeling uncertain, a mental fog, okay? So now this uncertainty is lifting. And now you're going to know why you have to keep on moving forward. Okay. Here we go. How they feel about you. They carry a heavy burden here. They're trying to move uh, forward, but it's very hard for them to do so. They're trying to keep calm in the situation. Like I said, it's very hard for them to do so. But then when they're around you, it's like you bring that calmness to them when they're feeling uncertain about things, when they carry all these burdens and responsibilities and obligations, even those inner battles too. So how they feel about you? You're the very thing that calms them, even if they have so much heavy burdens here, because they hold everything all in. It sucks to be constipated, even for them. And we can laugh because all human beings have at least been constipated once in our bodies and also in our minds. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that made you laugh, snicker a little bit. What they're not telling you is that they recognize what they need to do to cut certain things out of their life that they keep on replaying lessons about. They know. It's like, they know they can't just hold everything all inside and it comes out all bombastic, side eye, and destructive. They recognize that they have a lot of things they hold on to, including the love they have for you. Goofballs, swear to God. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're creating a new opportunity to re-elevate the situation between you two, okay? You don't got to do a damn thing if you don't want to. So if you don't want to do a dang thing, female zodiac sign leaders, here's your outcome. It's going to get you to step up in your power to break any kind of patterns here in your life that you see that keeps on replaying, okay? Especially if there's been that fog of uncertainty, okay? You're going to break that. You'll glide right through. You're like, who turned on the freaking fog machine? You get what I'm saying? Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, there's going to be a revelation here. Good luck on your side. What is this? What is this all about? Woo-woo! If you reach out and communicate to them, you're going to realize there's love between you two. Woo! Okay? You're going to realize there's a lot of love. And all they've been doing was waiting for you to do it because they... Look, this is a person's not used to taking the lead, trusting themselves in order to do that. So they've been waiting for you to do it because they know you could do it. They know you can do it because you don't have any fear about doing it. You don't have a problem with expressing yourself. The only reason why I say keep on moving forward, because well, that's what I saw in the outcome, was because your future self's going to thank you. They got to learn in their soul journey, female zodiac sign leaders, how to step out of that fear, to learning how to be decisive and trusting themselves, to lay those burdens. They got to learn it. It's part of their soul journey. So this is why your future self wants you to keep on moving forward, so they learn how to re-elevate the situation. So you're having to ask yourself, what is here in the long run? If it were me, I would be patient. Love is patience. Love can conquer anything, even their burdens. So they got to learn how to love themselves deeply, like you love yourself deeply. Because you can recognize what needs to be done here in this situation. If you go too fast, yeah, you'll get that recognition that there's love here in the situation between you two. But are they going to be conquering those fears or being codependent on you? And last time I checked it, no relationship ever works out with codependency. That means they're up your ass 24/7, that they don't know balance. So they're always asking you how to solve their issues. This is a person who is learning how to do it themselves. And if you wedge yourself too early here in this situation while they're still in need to re-elevate themselves and the situation, well, that's what's great about free will. To me, I wouldn't do it. I'd be patient, let them clear out what they need to, and then let them come to me without that hesitation and fear. Because it's easy for a lot of us human beings that already conquered those fears to come up to that person that's still learning how to conquer their fears. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the best thing is for people to give them that distance so that they're able to trust themselves, to navigate through it. And me as a healer, I may give you and show you where the path is, but it's up to you and how you want to walk it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what to do. So if it were me in this situation, female zodiac sign leaders, be patient here. Yeah, you'll know all of that confirmation that you've known that this person has loved you, and there'll be love in this situation. But they still have a lot they have to heal and release, okay? And you'll know when they're ready because they will come to you without any hesitation or fear, okay? Because they'll have that clarity, they'll have that balance. They'll be able to be decisive about everything. So be patient. You do what you need to do. But I'm okay too if your free will is literally saying, but I want to call out to them, by contacting them. That's your outcome. There'll be love. It'll be a gift here in this situation. That'll be the revelation, and that will be the miraculous luck if you reach out to them, okay? All right, because we all got to learn our lessons, right? So what can you take away from your reading? There's going to be protection here. That even as the storm approaches, a protective energy surrounds you, spiritual leaders, zodiac sign, female leaders. Oh yeah, get them both in this reading. So trust that you are anchored in safety no matter how long the wind blows. There'll be an awareness of an imprinted pattern that consciously influences your behavior. You'll be recognizing what that pattern is. And I feel as though that pattern is you being grounded, stable, and solid. Because this is what protects you, female zodiac sign leaders. You not rushing, you being the beautiful, nurturing person that you are. That's why they love you. Because with all those fears, with all those burdens they carry, they always come back around to you to feel grounded, stable, and solid again. You show them love. That's your reading. I'm getting all emotional in your reading. Cheers, everyone. Clink. It's a Tuesday, and it's almost Christmas, and I'm excited about it. All right, so what's coming up for male? For male zodiac sign leaders with their no contact person, from this point in December to the end of January 2026. Long road ahead. Resentment. Wish fulfillment. Feeling lost. Argument. Community. There is going to be a problem solved here. In order to release an energy blockage, allowing you to take actions with confidence, okay, male zodiac sign leaders. So heads up with that about your reading, because that's in the outcome. Clarify all 6 of these cards. Even if you have unspoken words about how you truly feel about them, male zodiac sign leaders, how they feel about you, they're setting limits and cutting ties here of what's holding them back to progress forward on their journey. So they're setting healthy boundaries with you, male zodiac sign leaders. In case you're conscious or unconscious about it, that's how they feel that they need to do. What they're not telling you is that even though you have resentment here in the situation with them, they're still happy. They're still trying to be happy. And still trying to be hopeful that you'll get through the resentment. The actions they're going to take here in this situation, they're overcoming any kind of anxiety and worry here about the situation. They're going to be anchored more into being grounded here in this situation, because that's what they wish for. They're not going to come towards you, males, zodiac sign leaders. They're going to be anchored in the here and now, not worrying about the situation, but overcoming that worry. If you do nothing in the situation, you'll find out whether or not you want to have that reconciliation through feeling lost. You'll figure it out. Because you'll find out some of life's important discoveries come with you allowing yourself to just wander about it. Now, if you do something here in this situation, male zodiac sign leaders, it'll help you both hold on to a plan here, your guys' own plan here. And trust in its importance and nurture it with belief and take inspired steps to bring it to life. So I feel as though you guys are going to be able to communicate because you guys are going to be mindful of your words and actions towards each other so it doesn't spark an argument, but for you guys to see the great vision you both want to create here in life and with each other. So it's not about outcome. It's getting you to realize that not everything's going to be an argument between you. Okay? What you can take away from your reading, male zodiac sign leaders? So through financial changes, realigned to you putting the steps necessary and efforts to be aligned to a new purpose other than financial stress. Not everyone will understand your calling, male zodiac sign leaders, but your people will. So seek those who speak your soul language and create a circle where you are valued and supported. Because if you're feeling that you're not valued and supported by this person, then you just need to trust yourself to let them go. If you are feeling valued and supported by this person, you just need to trust yourself to be decisive if you want to speak to them or not. It's that easy. What makes it complex is if you keep on investing in your mental fog, your uncertainty, versus investing in yourself that will bring you the balance and support that you need within inside you through your meditation. Okay? And be consistent about it. Okay? So that's your reading. Really hope it helps, okay? And that is the end of all zodiac sign readings and bonus readings. I'll be having timestamps down below in the description box so you can go right to your reading, especially if you missed anything. Quick update on what's going on with me. I am transitioning from YouTube to the X platform. That link is down in the description box. From here, from 2026, in the year 2026 and on, I'll be doing content on the X platform. To be crystal clear, there's going to be no free content on my YouTube or Patreon page. If you want more of private readings and all that stuff, go on to my Patreon page. I'm sure that link is down in the description box as well. But I'll be doing meditations and other content on my X platform in the year 2026 and on. And if anything changes, I'll announce it. But this is the big announcement, okay? If you want to see the reason why I'm leaving YouTube, I have a video already out on that. Look into my video tab on my YouTube channel. It's also going to be posted again with my new updates to where you can go to for new content on my X platform towards the end of this year. And then I say see you later, YouTube, at the end of this year of 2025. I'm not going to post anything more. If you want to see always updates, all the things that are going on, always go to mymysticoraclemary.com, my website. It always is going to have everything on. It's going to always be filled so that way you know the updates. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's where you can always get anything. If any of the other platforms are down, at my, okay, to be very, very, very crystal clear. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye for now.